Hello, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to program this room. First we have the current time. If you notice, it's the same as my computer's time. And we are also be programming this light. Whenever you click on it, it will turn off, and if you click back, it will turn on. Same thing with the audio. If you click on the speaker, you will have this music. If you click back, the audio is off. Also, if you turn on the audio and then click on flashy, you can change the song that is currently playing. So let's back to the action. So now let's go to the wickeditor.com/test. Press try it. If you see this screen, just press delete. And we have an empty project. Under the description, I have put a link for the Google Drive where I have the template for this application. Go ahead and download it and then press open and click find it in your computer and click here room template.wick file. Once you have the template loaded, click on the center, rename this room template for maybe Wick room. Then let's change the frame rate from 12 to 30. We are not doing anything crazy here, so this is just fine. The PNGs that I export from Blender are 1200 by 750 pixels. So let's stick with it and then click apply. Let's zoom out a little bit with the mouse wheel. Okay, so now let's see what we have in the asset library. We have 2 audio files for our songs. We have 4 PNGs, 2 of them for the when you have the lights on, and the other 2 when we are on dark mode. Then we have a default font and also the flashy, the Wick Editor mascot. Let's go ahead and go to the layers. Let's rename the first one common in caps. Then let's add a second one for the rooms. Let's put it rooms. For the rooms, I will create a new frame, and for the other room, this is for the light room and this is for the dark room. Then common will be, we will be using only one frame, so we extend that frame so we can have common in both rooms. Now go ahead and click on the rooms layer and then click on the first frame, go to the asset library and find light1.png, click, and then go to the blue button and click the button. Then go to the second frame, find the dark one PNG, do the same thing and click the blue button. Now let's click on the common frame and let's add the text for the time. Let's select white color and let's put something like 8:56 p.m. maybe a space and a period there. Okay, let's add some background there, maybe a square. Oops, we have to work with the outliner here. Let's put this drawing below the text and let's change the opacity to be like 0.2 or so we can have a nice label for the time. All right, let's now select the Patois 1 font, which is the first one that will be there because of the asset library, and this is just okay. Maybe we can resize this a little bit. Okay, now let's add text for the now playing. for the song, let me copy and paste this, and maybe we put something like now playing. Now let's go to the asset library and go and click add to canvas flashy. Let's use shift and drag from the corner to have it like something like that. Now let's convert flashy into a clip by pressing make clip. Let's put there flashy. Now let's name the time to be like maybe C time for current time, so we can reference that symbol into our code. Also, let's call this one song text. Song text. Now let's add two invisible buttons, one for the lights and the other for the speakers. Let's select the rectangle and we can put 0 in here. We don't need round corners anymore. Let's go by maybe like this and the other like this. Convert to button, make button, and then click on the other, make button. So now let's click on this button and put it name light button. The other could be speak button. So now let's click on the button and reduce the opacity to 0. Same thing with the speaker button. So now that we have all the pieces needed, let's go click on the common frame and go to the default script. Let's start by doing go to and stop 1. So wherever we are on the application or debugging the application and we hit the play button on the Wick Editor, the application will start on frame 1. So this is for that. And then let's define a variable for whenever we have the audio playing. So audio playing, as simple as that, equal to false. Let's define a function to toggle the lights whenever the user click on the lamp. So for that, let's say toggle lights equals to function, and then go to next frame. We have in the asset library a sound for whenever we press the button. Okay, now play sound. Then just go to the switch sounds, press there, just copy the name and paste it into the code here. Then just copy this function name, copy, and then let's go to the button here, press mouse click, and then paste the function name and open and close parentheses. And now let's test this out. This is nice. Now let's press pause here. And now let's program the clock, the current time. So let's go back to the common code. And let's define a function for setting the current time. Let's put get current time equals to function. Then let's define a variable for our date object by instantiating the date class. So now we have date. Now from that date we can extract minutes and hours. So let's do that. Minutes equals to date dot get minutes. Then we can do the same thing with the hours, equals to date dot get hours. Now this function is returning hours from 0 to 24, but for this application we will be converting this to a 12-hour system using IM and PM. So let's do that. All right, so let's now declare a variable for IM PM, and let's initialize this variable to IM semicolon, and then okay. So since hours returns a number from 0 to 24, whenever we are on 12 or above, we just want to say that AM PM will change to PM. So let's do that. But also we want the hours to be 12 or less, so let's subtract whenever we have more than or equal to 12, let's subtract 12. All right. Okay, so now if after subtracting those 12 hours we ended up with 12, that means that we ended up with 0, I'm sorry. We have to convert that as well into 12. So let's do that. Okay. So that's that. Now minutes returns a number from 0 to 6 to 59. But if you notice, we want 2 digits from always from the minutes. If we have numbers from 0 to 9, we want to do 00 or 01 or 02, so we have to add an extra 0 in front of the number. So let's do that. If minutes is less than 12, then minutes equal to 0 plus minutes. I think that's fine. Then we want to return the entire string for the time, so let's return hours plus colon, then minutes, then a space, and then AM or PM. So now let's copy this function name, copy, and then let's add a second script here and choose timeline and then update. Let's paste this function here, and I think that this will return the current time, but we need also to put that current time into the ctime text. So let's do something like ctime dot set text, and then we can put this whole function inside the parentheses, and then I think we can test this out. As you can see, we have 9:06 p.m., which is the time that I currently have in my computer. So this is working just as expected. So let's see if it changed to 907. Let's wait a little bit. I will fast forward the video. Let's wait 1 minute more. Okay, it changed from 06 to 07 and from 7 to 8. Now, this clock seems to be like not alive. Let's add like a dot here, so every second the dot will appear and disappear. Let's do that. Also, I don't need the system to be checking every single frame if the current time is the same as my PC time. So I can do that every second. Let's change that. In order to do that, let's just click here and let's go back to the code. Let's add some variables for timing. Fmax, frame max equals to project dot frame rate, and then F counter equals to Fmax, which is this variable here. Also, let's declare a variable for the dot that I will be putting on the current time so it can seem more alive. So at the beginning it will start like empty, and then we can put a dot there. Also, I will be adding a parameter here called dot, and then I'll be passing dot here at the end. After space dot. That seems to be fine. And then go to the update script. If this counter is greater than Fmax, we will be setting the counter to 0 so the counter can reset. Also, I'll be putting this whole function here. I'll be checking for the dots now. Let's put F in lower caps, and then if F dot is empty, then F dots equals dot else. Was empty, and then we pass this variable into the get current time so we can draw the dot. Let's see, test this out, and this is working just fine. Whenever we are searching for the time, we are also displaying this period here. It's working at night as well. This is good. Now let's add some code for the audio. Let's go to the common frame code and let's define some variables here. Songs. Let's do a list. And we have two songs. The first one is Amber Video Classic. Let's just copy and paste the name. Hit again in the orange ball and paste here the first song. Let's do the same thing with the second song. Go to this asset library and click on the one that says small chop bob. Copy the name, go to the orange ball again in the common code and paste it into here. Okay. So now we have the two songs inside this list called songs, And let's define an index for these songs. Let's call it song number. Let's initialize that to 1, which is this one, and this one is 0. And then let's just set the song text to empty at first. So now let's add a function to play a song. So play song equals function. In here we can put song text, set text, and we can put now playing. And then the name of the song will. Then we use the built-in functions for our songs. Let's use play sound and replace this sound.mp3 by song number. Okay, now we can go and copy this function name and click on the speaker button, and under the mouse click we can paste the song name there. Let's test this out. So now we need to toggle the audio. Whenever we press the button again, the audio will turn off. Let's program that. So go to the common code, click there, and let's add another function for toggle audio. Function. Okay, so when we toggle the audio, we will be changing this variable here, audio playing. So let's do that. Audio playing, it's not audio playing. Then we will stop every single sound. This is this function that is under sound, stop all sounds. Then we also want to use the switch sound whenever we click on under the stereo. So let's do that, play sound. And then we have that sound already over here. Let's copy and paste it. Copy, paste. Then if the result of this variable is true, we want to turn on the music. Let's do that. If audio playing, then let's play song. Let's call this variable here, this function name here. And then if not, put this line here so we can erase the song name from the PC screen. Let's test this out. Oh, we have to change also the name of the function, because in the speaker button we have the play song. Now it will be toggle song, I believe. Let me see the name. Let me copy and paste the name. Toggle audio. Let's use that one instead. Let's go to the speaker button and then mouse click, erase this, paste, open and close parentheses. Let's play this out. So the current time is still working fine, 9:22 p.m. We can turn off the lights and turn on the lights. Let's try to toggle the sound as well. So So the song is playing and we are displaying the name of the song here. What about turning off the audio? Yep, this is working. The audio is not playing anymore, and also the name of the song is not anymore here. Now we want some vibration into the speakers. Let's do that. So we have to first convert this PNG into a clip. Let's do that. Let's call it make clip and then call it room. That's that. Let's go to the second frame here, click on the PNG, press make clip and name it room. Now let's go to the first one again, do double click so we can enter to the context of the room clip. Now we have to add the code here. Let's go to the default and add a stop. Now let's add a big frame here, 3 slots, and then go to the light too and add to canvas. So as you can see, this is the effect that we want, that vibration. And let's do that again, just add a second one with the first PNG, and we will be doing that. So let's just copy and paste these two, copy and then paste, and then maybe paste again, and this one just extend this one until maybe 24, and copy and paste the first one, and we have this nice effect. But now, since we copy and paste the first one came with code already. Let's change that code from stop to be go to and play frame number 2. So let's try to play this, and this is the nice animation for the speaker, and it's already working. It's going from 25 into the second one. Let's do the same thing for the second room. Go to and play frame number 2. Let's test this one out. It seems that it's working. Now go back to the common frame code and let's add something to the toggle audio so we can also call the animation for the speaker. So whenever we turn on the audio, let's add a room, which is the name of the clip. Go to and play frame number 2. And whenever we stop the audio, we want go to and stop at number 1. Alright, that's good. Also, we need to add code under the default script of the room clip. So let's do that. So let's start with the first one, default, and let's add if audio playing, then this, which is the room, go to and play 2, else this dot go to and stop 1. Let's copy and paste this section here and do the same thing, paste it into the second clip here. Default, paste. We can try to test this out. Let's see. This is working. Now let's go to the common script and let's add some function to change the song to the second one, or just to change songs. Go there. Let's add a second function here. Change song equals to function. Okay, first, when we are changing the song, we want everything to be stopped. So let's stop all sounds. Then let's play sound, the switch one. Then we have to change the song index. Let's do that. If song number is equal to 1, then song number equal to 0, else let's change the song number to 1. Then we can do if audio is playing, then we just called play song. Okay, now let's copy that name, change song, copy, go to Flashy, click on Flashy, and then add script, go to mouse and maybe mouse click. Under the mouse click, just do paste, open and close parentheses. And let's try to change songs. We have to fix this text here. Let's do that. It's too large. Maybe like that. Let's try now. So now I want, whenever I turn on the audio, I want Flashy to be floating. Let's program that. Click on Flashy, and under the default script, let's add some code. This init y coordinate equals to what is his current height. Let's see, 335. Let's go with that number. Click on the Flashy again, default 335. Okay, let's define a variable for time, so we can use a sine wave for Flashy to float. So now let's add an update script. Go to the timeline, update. If audio is playing, then this dot y, which is Flashy y coordinate, this dot init y plus how much I want him to be moving from peak to peak, which is 8 pixels, multiplied by math dot sine, and then we can use here this dot t, which is the time variable that we define under the default script. And then we have to increase that time 0.2, which is good for what we want to achieve here. That's good. And then If the audio is not playing, I don't want that. So let's do just this dot y coordinate equals to the init, and then reset the time to 0. I think that this will do the trick. Let's try this out. This is working. So this is all for today's video. I hope you have fun doing it, and let me know in the comments what do you think, and see you next time.